Hi guys, welcome to my search for freedom. Today I have a big surprise for you. For those of you who don't know this guy, his name is Carel Pedre. He is a big influencer in Haiti. For people who follow the news, they know this guy because he has been, they show him on TV during the earthquake in Haiti. He was the one. He will tell us who are you, Carel Pedre?
Oh, I'm a media personality based in Haiti. I still live in Haiti despite everything's happening. So yeah, I'm a media personality. I'm also an internet personality because I use social media to amplify what I'm doing on traditional media, which is radio and TV.
So I was talking with you earlier about I follow you on Instagram. I also follow your YouTube channel. You used to travel around the country, motivating people, meeting people, and then now you change your logo. You change everything.
Yeah.
What's going on? Why?
The reason why, because I think I needed a rebranding because too often people can't make the difference between myself as a personality and the platform that I'm wanting. So I wanted to be a talent on the platform. So I changed everything about the platform, but also I keep doing the same thing that I was doing before, which is creating content for the platform. But the idea was to bring other people like me on the platform so they can have their own shows, their own podcasts, and creating content on the platform as well, the same way I do.
Do you still go around the country? Because I remember you did something in Ocap.
Yep.
You did also in Florida.
I did Jacmel. I did Florida. What I do is basically when I used to have my radio show in Haiti, I used to move my radio show from town to town. So when I go to Cape Haitian, for example, and I do my show live over there. I travel to New York, to San Francisco, to Miami, to Atlanta, and I do different shows that I call the Shukayala Takeover. It's like I go to a city, spend 1 week, from Monday to Friday, doing my show live, meeting people in the communities, and then creating content.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So now I was talking to you because one day I watched you went to do what you call it,
the skydiving.
Skydiving. You went and do skydiving. What motivated you to do that?
Oh, first of all, I wanted to create content because I discovered this guy. He's from Asian background, and he's working at a place where they do skydiving. So I reached out to him. I was like, "Yo, this is so cool what you're doing. One day I would love to do skydiving." He was like, "Hey, whenever you're ready, hit me up." So I was in New York for that concept of Shukayala Takeover, and I reached out to him and I was like, "Yo, I'm coming to New York. I think it's the best time because I have my camera crew with me. We can film that and put it on my show." But I had to drive all the way from New York to mid Philadelphia. So we went to that place and I did it. I did it with a friend of mine called Jackson Sherry, and it was a very fun and cool experience because I didn't know what to expect, but at the same time I was surprised about how I would say cool it is. The reason why is just because when you think about skydiving, in your head is like it's a free fall, but you're not free falling because obviously you jump out of a plane. But people would think that you're free falling. But at the same time, since you're like 1,000 feet in the air, so it's like you're floating. So when you do the first jump, for the first, let's say, 10 to 15 seconds, you're literally floating. And then they open the parachutes. And then now you're just floating for real till you get on the ground. So it was a very, very full experience. And what's interesting also is it doesn't take time. I think it lasts less than 1 minute and a half from jumping from the plane and getting to the ground. So it was a really, really nice experience. That's why I always say to everyone, it's a sense of freedom. Like you're free. It's like you're up in the air. But also it's a big way. I think it's one of the right way to face your fear, because we're all afraid of death, right? And jumping out of a plane, it's a crazy idea for some people. So me, when I was doing it, it was basically facing that fear, because every time I go on a plane, even if it's like one of the safest way to travel, I think about what could happen. What could happen you
Every
know?
time.
Every time. Sometimes it's like I would text my mom, say I love you, mom. I would text my daughter, say I love you. But it's that thought. It's like, what if something happened? But at the same time, right after I did the skydive, I was just free. I was like, okay, good, this is it, because I take the decision to jump out of a plane, and I did it, and it feels great. Yeah, so that's what I think.
After accomplishing this,
Yeah.
do you think that there is nothing you can do after doing this?
Of course, I felt empowered. I felt strong, and I felt like, hey, you did this, because the craziest thing about it is, like, I had all my team members with me, and I offered them, yo, let's go with me, because it's an opportunity. They didn't want to go, but at the same time, I was focused on going. I wanted to do it, and I wanted to face my fear, but also, sometimes when you see things and they say, oh, c'est des trucs de blanc, it's like white people stuff, but at the same time, it's a way to test yourself, test yourself and to do it. And I did it, and I felt really empowered. And in that moment when I hit the ground, I was like, I want to go back again, because it feels good.
So good.
Yes.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, this is your first time in Rwanda.
Yep.
Okay. What is your impression about this country?
I had a lot of. I didn't really have expectations. I had a lot of doubts because everyone that I know that came to Rwanda was like, you need to visit Rwanda. Rwanda is great. Kigali is great. You will love it. You will love it. And in my head, like, when people tell me that, I was like, I need to experience for myself, because sometimes people oversell stuff,
Yes.
And I was like, well, let me come and see for myself. So when I get there, it was late night, but I woke up to the breeze of the city. I woke up, I went to have breakfast, I take a little walk, and then I go around, and I was like, wow, this is great. Everyone asking me, I was like, it's comfortable, c'est agréable, it's great, and what impressed me is the fact that they build the city on mountains, and when we know in Haiti we have a lot of mountains, and we don't really build cities.
Yes,
on
I told my wife
mountains,
about that. Yes.
and for me I was impressed about that. I was impressed the way that they do it, but at the same time it's a great advantage that they have, because the temperature is always nice. It feels good, and that was the first thing. And also I was impressed by how clean the streets are, how I would say welcoming the people are. In my hotel, the motor drivers, anyone, like, welcome you with a smile. The calm people, and it's really good. And I think, like, every time I go somewhere, African nation or other Caribbean islands, I think about what Haiti could have been if we took maybe ourselves seriously and say, hey, we have a nation to build, and concentrate on what's important, and fix our priorities, and move forward. And today I visit the memorial of the genocide, and when I see what happened here less than 30 years ago, it feels good to see how a nation can put themselves together to rebuild, to seek for justice, to also forget and forgive us, and move forward and build all this. It's really good, and I really think that our Asian people can get inspired for that, and I hope that more Haitian can come here, or maybe there's a bigger connection between Rwanda and Haiti, so we can learn from each other, and basically see what we can do to have a better country down there.
Are you planning to come back?
I will come back definitely. Actually, I'm already planning my trip, because I came here for the Trace Awards, and they're doing the Trace Awards here again next year. So my plan is to come, but also I always say that every time I travel far, I need to visit more than one country. But I didn't do that this time because I have to go back to the States. So what I'm doing next year is coming here, at least spend 1 week here, and spend the other week in Kenya, Burundi, and Zanzibar.
Oh yes, yes,
Yes,
Tanzania.
so
Yes.
that's my goal, and see how I can really expand my African experience. I would say, because I've been to West Africa, I've been to South Africa, now I'm in East Africa or Central Africa. So I really need to get a sense of what every country is doing and the difference of culture, and you know, and connect to the roots as well, because we are the Haitian diaspora, we are the African diaspora.
Just go on. Yes, yes. Yeah, you are, Carel, you are an inspiration for a lot of people. You are an inspiration for me. You don't know me. You didn't know me. Now
I appreciate
you meet
that.
me. So, what can you tell my viewers on my search for freedom?
Please subscribe. Please subscribe to My Search for Freedom. If you're searching for freedom, the conversation about freedom should be an interesting topic for you. So follow the page, subscribe, share, and definitely like and comment as well, because I think you should have a conversation about that search of freedom that everyone is looking for. Thank you. All right.